and it's falling on my hand. Yep. Ah, no, it's ruining my Okinawa shirt. Ah!
How's it going, everybody? Today on Insect Gear Smiles, we're going to be doing an oil change and an engine air filter swap on the Scuba Cruiser, my 1998 Japanese imported Land Cruiser Prado. If you're only here for the oil change or the engine air filter change, I'll go ahead and put time cards down in the description below. But before you go check that out, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Yeah, I gotta set this down. I've owned this car since 2022, and I'm just now realizing there's an arrow indicating where the hood strut goes. The first thing we're going to knock out is the engine air filter. The airbox cover is held on by 4 clips, one right here, one right here, and then the last one is on the other side right here. Once the clips are undone, you don't need to take this entire thing apart. You just gotta kind of lift it up, like punch it back a little bit. The rubber hosing will compress, and then just kind of shimmy it off like that. Once it's off, the old air filter is exposed. You can slide it out. And honestly, this doesn't look too bad as far as air filters go. But yeah, you can see it's doing its job. It's catching some stuff in there. And yeah, not terrible, but definitely worth replacing. And for context, you can see the old filter on the left, obviously, and this new one. So we're going to compare parts to parts. Everything matches. Yep, and you can definitely see the difference on the bottom end. Whew. Yeah, this definitely needs to get replaced. I'll go ahead and put the price of the new air filter up in the top right corner, but I want to say this was somewhere in the ballpark of 15 to 20 bucks. And the part number for this from CarQuest was Romeo 88162. All right, now we're going to slide this bad boy just right back into place. Make sure the back of the airbox is completely covering it. Oh, it's not. Make sure, is this seated all the way? There we go. There we go. There we go. And with that, that's engine air filter ticked off our to-do list. Now let's go ahead and change this oil. So the engine I have in my Japanese Prado is the 3RZ FE 4-cylinder inline 2.7 liter engine. It's a gasoline engine. Toyota put this engine in a lot of different applications. So if you have the Prado, if you have the 3rd gen 4Runner, if you have a 96 2001 Tacoma, you'll find this engine pretty much everywhere. I believe they also put it in the Hilux and a bunch of other kind of mid to small size truck applications all over the world. This is an absolute workhorse of an engine. So if you got it, this thing will run for a very long time, and even longer if you make sure to do the maintenance on it like we're doing right now. Now, if you have a Japanese owner's manual for your Japanese imported car, it doesn't have to be the Prado. One, I'd recommend learning Japanese. It's really cool, a lot of fun. But if you can't read Japanese, obviously you can just use Google Sensei to figure out what the engine specifications are for your car. But on my car, it's going to be the 3RZ FE, 4.7 liters, and then that converts to 4.96 quarts. Now, if you look over here, it says oiru to oiru filter. So this column right here is oil with the oil filter. So we're going to need 5.4 liters, which is probably about, I'll do the conversion here in a second. I'll put it up on the screen. But with the filter, it's going to be just over 5 quarts, which, good thing. I bought 6 quarts of 5W30 along with an oil filter from Costco. Well, I bought the oil filter from Advanced Auto. I got the oil from Costco this morning. 5W30, high mileage. I like Mobil One. It's really the only oil I ever use. I'm sure people down in the comments can say other brands are just as fine, but Mobil One is what I'm comfortable with. And I was actually able to get 6 quarts of this stuff at Costco for under 40 bucks. So normally you get it from Advanced Auto or AutoZone. A 5-quart jug is about like $50–$55. So definitely, if you have the option, get your oil from Costco. Okay, so this is everything that you're going to need to do an oil change on your Land Cruiser Prado or 4Runner. So you're not going to need every single one of those sockets. I'll call out the diameters as I'm using them. I just don't remember exactly what they are off the top of my head, but you should only need about maybe a 10mm and a 14mm. Let's see if my memory serves me correctly on that one. Oil catch can, plenty of shop towels, brake clean, we got our oil, and we got our wheel chocks. And lastly, gloves. All right, we got everything. Let's go ahead and get into this oil change. Okay, so for the 4 bolts holding this underskid armor in place, it's going to be a 12mm bolt, and these shouldn't be too difficult to come off. You should be able to get these off with the 3/8 ratchet. Yep. Go back and forth on these. That way it's easier to get them all off, and the skid plate doesn't bind up. There's a little tongue clip in here, and I'll get a closer shot of it here in a second. You're just going to slide this out, and then it goes back in the exact same way. And while it's out, it's a good opportunity to clean all gravel and salt and all this crud. I do have an oil leak. That oil leak might have gotten worse. All right, so we got the oil drain plug right here. The front of the car is that way, and the oil filter is right there. Right there. That is not a 12mm. My guess, if I remember correctly, is a 14. Did I guess correctly? It is! Come on down! Get your fresh oil. You would think after owning this vehicle for 2 years, I would just remember it from the God knows how many oil changes I've done on this thing at this point. There we go. I recommend using 6-point sockets. It eliminates or reduces the risk of rounding the bolt. Man, that is nice and black. If it's not flowing out fast, remember to open the oil fill cap at the top of the engine. That'll allow air to pass through it, and it'll make it drain a lot faster. I did that off camera. Toil, bubble, boil, and trouble, something, something. Is that Hamlet? Or King Lear? I don't fucking know. Oh crap, the wind's blowing oil over the place. Alright. There's no crush washer for this oil drain plug, so you don't have to worry about that. When you're putting it back in, make sure to hand thread it in first. That way you don't cross thread it. The last thing you want to do is cross thread this with either a hand ratchet or a power ratchet. That is going to be a bad day for everybody. If you don't know the torque spec like I do, just tighten it down till it's snug. Don't over tighten it. Again, you do not want to strip out the threads of this oil pan, or any oil pan. All right, this next portion, I'm lying on my back. I'm staring up at the oil filter right there. I'm gonna try and hold the camera with my hand, so I apologize if this turns out a little shaky. Or if the visibility is shit, but I'm grabbing the oil filter right now. See if I can get this off with my hand from this position. I might have to do this off camera. Oh, no, I feel it. Oh, yay. Thanks, Past Connor, for lubricating that oil ring. That O-ring, not oil ring. Alright. And it's falling on my hand. Yep. Ah, no, it's ruining my Okinawa shirt. Ah! Fuck. Oh, good thing I got 2 of these. And bring it down. Try not to make a mess everywhere. Alright. Well, I stained my favorite Okinawa diving shirt, which is less than ideal. We're going to go ahead and clean this up off camera. Okay, so we got the new oil filter. Next thing we're going to do is prep the oil filter. If you've seen my other oil how-to videos, process is the exact same way. Take a little bit of fresh oil, and this is what I was saying, like when I was jokingly thanking my past self. You want to take a little bit of oil and lubricate this mating surface right here. If you don't do this, getting it off in the future, especially in such a tight area, might be significantly more difficult. Thankfully, I always do this, so I was able to get it off with my hand. All right, considering I have to kind of maneuver this into place, I'm gonna leave it like that. Okay, I kind of had to reach my hand up in there to help stabilize it and guide it onto the oil filter stump thing, but it's on there, and now I'm just tightening it with my hand until it gets nice and snug. And it's touched the mating surface. All right, drain plugs back in, oil filters on. Let's go and add the new oil. And I just realized I didn't, yet again, put a funnel on the gearless shot. So you'll need a funnel as well. But before you're done with this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, comment down below, and like every one of my videos. It'll help me grow my YouTube channel so I can bring you more cars and adventures that make you smile. With it being so windy out, try to get it in as smooth of a pour as possible. That way the wind isn't flinging the oil all over the place. All right, so without the oil filter, it calls for 5 quarts, so that's quart number 1. This is quart number 3. This is quart number 4. And this is quart number 5. So this is actually a slightly used, not used and the oil is used, but like it's previously opened quart, so there's a little less than 5 in here. Between the liter to quart conversion plus the oil filter, I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna start her up, and then if we need to, we can add a little bit more. All right, it's all buttoned up. Let's go turn her over and get the oil cycling through everything. And then we'll check for leaks, clean up, and then we'll be done. Okay, so we're in the final stages of the oil change. Last thing we're gonna do is clean everything up. I'm gonna clean off the skid plate, put it back on. I will show that piece, but do the magic of editing. And that's pretty much right at the full line. That is pretty much perfect. So my decision not to use a full thing of a new quart of oil was spot on. Go ahead and give myself a nice little pat on the back. All right guys, that's it for this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, go ahead and comment down below, give this video a thumbs up, ring that notification bell so you know when I've uploaded a new video, and make sure to subscribe for more cars and adventures that make you smile. Thanks, bye.